History remembers the great empires of the ancient world. But long before Babylon, Egypt, Greece, or Rome, there was another story, one that shaped the destiny of every nation on earth. It is the story of a people united by one language, driven by one ambition, and determined to build a monument that would reach toward the heavens. But what began as a symbol of human unity became a warning echoed throughout history. What truly happened at the Tower of Babel? Why did God confuse the languages of mankind? And how did this single event change the course of human civilization forever? Join us as we uncover one of the Bible's most remarkable accounts. This is the story of the Tower of Babel. Generations after the Great Flood, the descendants of Noah multiplied across the earth. They all spoke the same language, understood the same words, and lived together as one people. United by a common tongue, they journeyed together in search of a place to settle. Their journey brought them to a broad and fertile plain in the land of Shinar. The land was rich, the rivers abundant, and the opportunity to build a great civilization lay before them. Here, they decided they would not continue scattering across the earth. Instead, they would remain together and create something the world had never seen. The people said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." Using baked bricks and bitumen for mortar, they planned a city unlike any before it. Then came an even greater ambition. They declared, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches toward the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves and not be scattered over the face of the whole earth." Their unity was remarkable, but their confidence slowly became pride. Day after day, the tower climbed higher. Thousands labored together with extraordinary skill and determination. The city grew, and the unfinished tower became a symbol of human achievement. Every new level reflected their belief that nothing would be impossible if they remained united in their own strength. But the Lord saw what humanity was building. The scriptures reveal that because they were one people with one language, their united ambition could lead them far beyond what was wise. Their desire was no longer simply to build. It had become a monument to human pride. The one who rules over heaven and earth chose to intervene. Without warning, everything changed. The builders opened their mouths, but the words they spoke were no longer understood. Friends who had worked side by side suddenly sounded like strangers. Instructions became confusion. Conversations turned into silence, and unity dissolved in an instant. The once orderly construction site fell into disorder. Workers argued without understanding one another. Families searched for those who spoke the same language. Tools were abandoned. The sound of construction faded, replaced by confusion and uncertainty. The tower that symbolized humanity's greatest ambition would never be completed. The city grew quiet. The unfinished tower stood as a reminder of a dream that had come to an end. Empty scaffolding swayed in the wind. Abandoned bricks lay scattered across the ground. What had begun with confidence ended in silence. People gathered into groups according to the languages they could understand. They departed from Shinar, traveling across mountains, rivers, deserts, and distant lands. From these scattered families came the nations and cultures that would one day fill the earth. Just as God had intended from the beginning, humanity spread across the world. The place became known as Babel because there the languages of humanity were confused, and from there people were scattered across the face of the earth. The story of Babel is not merely about a tower of bricks and stone. It is a reminder that human pride cannot replace dependence on God. While civilizations rise and fall, God's purposes continue through every generation. The ruins of Babel faded into history, but its lesson remains timeless. True greatness is not found in exalting ourselves, but in walking humbly before the Creator. The Tower of Babel was never completed, yet its story has endured for thousands of years. It reminds us that human ambition, no matter how great, can never overcome the wisdom and purpose of God. From one language came many, from one people came the nations of the earth, and the echoes of Babel can still be heard in our world today. Thank you for watching The Forgotten Codex. If you enjoyed this documentary, consider subscribing and joining us as we continue exploring the history, mysteries, and remarkable accounts of the Bible. In our next episode, we uncover the mystery of the Nephilim, the giants before the flood,